The billionaire actually ordered his bodyguards to beat him up. The young lady was shocked by this scene. The next second, the girl arrived. The bodyguards immediately stood beside the young lady. She angrily said she didn't even know them. But the man pretended to be weak and said maybe she was acting out of love turned to hate. The girl scolded the young lady and took him home. The young lady was furious. Despite the pain, the man couldn't help but smile. That night, the man put on a pitiful act and walked into the girl's room. He suggested they hold the wedding as soon as possible, and the girl didn't push him away. The next day at the meal, the young lady kept crying, so the girl told her to eat more. The man announced they were getting married and invited the young lady to be the bridesmaid, which made her cry even louder. The girl invited all the villagers to attend tomorrow's wedding, and everyone was looking forward to it. The secretary was shocked. The once cold CEO is now unexpectedly so enthusiastic. Meanwhile, the man's father and younger brother escaped back from the high seas. Learning that he was about to get married, they planned to crash the wedding to take revenge. The girl lit incense, told her grandfather she had finally found true love. When the man found out they had escaped, he was furious, worried if the girl learned his true nature, she would be disappointed and he would lose her love. The next day, their wedding was held. The girl walked toward the man in a magnificent wedding dress. The man took her hand, feeling extremely happy. The young lady said she would always be the girl's strongest support. But the man said he would never let his girl feel the slightest bit of unhappiness. Just as they were exchanging rings, something unexpected happened. The man's father and brother burst in. The secretary immediately called security, but to everyone's surprise, he was carrying a bomb. He said no one would be allowed to leave. The girl asked what was going on. The young lady tried to take her away first, but the girl refused to leave the man alone to face this. The man's father pointing out this cold man had tied his father up and sent them to the high seas to be tortured. They tried to make the girl see his true nature, leave him, and they can take all his property. Unexpectedly, the girl didn't do what they wanted. She knew although he seemed cold on the outside, he was actually kind and grateful. The reason he treated them this way was because they had first tried to kill him. The man was shocked. How did she know? Turned out the secretary had secretly told her. The villagers also believed the man was a kind and good person. Seeing their plan fail, the man's father angrily threatened to detonate the bomb. But the girl walked step by step toward him and asked why he hadn't done it yet. Maybe she could help him light it. The next second, he threw the bomb away. Everyone was shocked. The man immediately used his body to shield the girl. Unexpectedly, it turned out to be a fake bomb. The secretary immediately ordered the bodyguards to arrest them. Everyone praised the girl's courage, but she said, they're so afraid of death, they'd never dare to use a real bomb. So the wedding continued, and amid everyone's cheers, they kissed happily.